Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. We're diving into some concerning events and images, focusing on how Albanian immigrants celebrated their Independence Day in the streets of London, which caused significant disruption. We'll explore the challenges they face adjusting to British culture and values, along with the public's response to their behaviour. We'll also touch on a protest in support of Palestine, where the police seemed overwhelmed and ineffective. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe and join our growing community. Our first video takes us to the streets of London during Albania's Independence Day celebration. What should have been a peaceful and respectful event instead turned into a chaotic scene of honking cars, flag waving, and people shouting late into the night. While many were trying to sleep, the streets were filled with noise, Albanian music blasting, and cars circling endlessly. Take a look at this footage. Music playing. As you can see, these celebrations aren't just loud, they're disruptive. Cars are constantly honking, and the neighborhood is thrown into chaos. The scene looks more like something out of a high school party movie than a national celebration, and it's happening where people are just trying to get some rest. What's concerning is the lack of police intervention. Officers are present, walking the streets, but they don't seem to be doing anything to manage the situation. Despite the clear public disturbance, no arrests are made, and no one steps in to restore order. Now imagine if this had been a British group celebrating in the same way, disturbing a local community. You can bet that there would have been swift action taken. Why does it feel like a different standard is being applied here? Many of these participants are immigrants living in the UK, but they're acting as though they can do whatever they like without regard for local customs or laws. If British citizens went to Albania and disrupted the peace in such a way, do you think they would get away with it? In most countries, actions like these would result in fines, warnings, or even arrests. Yet here, it seems that disturbing the peace has no real consequences. Moving on to our next video, we take a look at a pro-Palestine demonstration that took a dangerous turn. In this footage, you'll see protesters aggressively confronting the police, surrounding them, and shouting, "Shame on you." The tension is palpable, and the situation could easily escalate at any moment. Take a look at this. Crowd noise. As you can see, the police are clearly outnumbered and appear overwhelmed. You would expect a strong response to keep the peace, but the police seem hesitant, almost as if they're reluctant to act. Why is that? Why aren't they stepping in when things could so easily turn violent? It almost seems as if they've been instructed not to escalate the situation. But what does that say about our law enforcement? We've seen other protests greeted with a heavy police presence, riot gear, and quick arrests. Why is this being handled differently? The inconsistent application of the law is concerning. Whether it's due to the political nature of the protest or fear of backlash, it creates a sense of unfairness. Laws should be enforced equally, regardless of the group or cause. If one group can push the boundaries without consequences, while others face immediate action, it leads to a dangerous divide. In conclusion, these scenes are an example of how some people seem to be disregarding British laws and culture, and the lack of action from the authorities only makes things worse. Political leaders like Prime Minister Keir Starmer have failed to address these issues head-on. Instead of taking a firm stance, they've allowed these situations to fester, sending a message that different rules apply to different people. This isn't just about immigration or cultural differences. It's about the failure of leadership. Until we see a commitment to enforcing the law equally for everyone, these tensions will only continue to grow. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.